Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, and I am your host. And this morning we are sorted by volume, and we're watching for volume spikes over here in this column. Anytime we see a volume spike, we check the current bar volume, which is right here, to make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. If we do, we make sure we have a crossover of these two moving averages. This is the 5 and the 13. I'll zoom in a little bit more here so you can see it. Once we have the crossover, you'll see these arrows pop in. These are volume spikes as they are buying the stock. We'll be watching this dominator bar down here to make sure we have green bars. And we'll be watching this My Blessing indicator to make sure that this line is green and moving up, and that this white line, which is the trend, is also slightly moving up. I'll be marking support and resistance levels. This would be a resistance level. The price went up and stopped. And when the price pulls back, I will mark a support level, and we try to plan our entries down here around the support level. I am not a professional financial advisor. Don't take my words to heart. Don't use my words to trade. I'm only suggesting a trading strategy. This is the one I've been using for many years, playing pullbacks and buying on support levels. So before you make any decision, make sure you reach out to a professional advisor for any information you may need to trade. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. Make sure you're set up on your own computer before you make a trade. And if you haven't joined our Discord channel, I'll post a link here in just a second. We'd love to have you on board. There is lots of tools over on the Discord channel. 52 scans, 27 indicators, all of them custom. Plus you get to communicate with all the other investors. We have about 3 minutes left before the market opens. I'm not seeing much of anything moving this morning. And hopefully we'll get something going. It was pretty slow yesterday. But we will see. Enjoy your coffee until the market opens. I'll return shortly. All right, I am back. Can everybody hear me? Okay, we are running on the new system this morning. Thank you very much for that confirmation. YouTube, can you hear me over there? Thank you very much. YouTube, I just posted the link to the Discord channel. It's up there at the top. Moving in, the blue bar with the yellow stripe if you want to join us on Discord. About 45 seconds to go. I haven't seen much activity at all this morning. Make sure your TIF is on EXT or you won't get a trade in. If you don't know what that means, you need to research your active trader to make sure you have that set up. Or submit a support ticket over on Discord, they'll help you. Well, let's see what happens if we can get something moving. I'm going to sort by volume spike just to see if we can catch anything that's moving. So we're watching for these green numbers to move. Hopefully we can get a little bit of play money this morning. Not play money, but money. While we play is how I should set it. ENVB. I'll go ahead and mark the support level, the resistance level, and the support level when this candle closes. A long wick on the bottom right here means the buyers are buying it up. And that's also a possibility for an entry. The longer this wick, the more the buyers are buying up what they're selling, and there's the push to the upside. Hopefully they'll push it up a little bit more. Back down to a red candle. This could be a pump and dump. Be careful. Looks like they're definitely selling it all off. Yes, we have played it in the past. But that doesn't mean somebody that played it in the past is in the hole and they wanted to pump it up through another forum somewhere to get out of it. Another long wick on the bottom. Don't know if I would trust it at this point. I will mark the support level when this candle closes. Let's see if they drive it up this time. Your entry should always be around the support level down here. I'm watching this indicator pointing south, so I don't know if I would trust it or not. We do have buyers coming in. Looks like the buyers are trying to push it up even higher. More sellers up there in the $1.15 range. They are definitely trying to keep it up. It's pretty volatile, in my opinion. Looks like the volume has died completely. Right here, short bar, red. Pretty tough market. If you play these stocks, make sure you take the gains as you get them. If you hang on to them, they seem to be selling off very rapidly. So lock in what you can. You want to leave a few hanging in there to see if it rises further. That's your decision. But it's been a tough week so far. Small gains, big pullbacks. Good job, Terry, on Discord. I am monitoring the chat on Discord this morning. I did get it figured out. So I'm watching both chats. Thank you very much. I can't tell who you are. All I just see is the letter B, but thank you, B. Looks like you could have picked up a few more here. I did not get in this stock. I didn't like the activity. But it did pull back down to support and rose up again. Continuing to watch the percentages. We don't want to miss one. They're so scarce. We need to keep an eye on these scans and make sure we don't miss them. So if you're unaware, these scans are delayed 5 minutes on ThinkorSwim. So sometimes the members will post a stock that I have not yet received. That's because their scans refresh before mine or mine before them. So we post them as we see them. It helps us eliminate that delay. Might want to add this one to your personal watch list just to keep an eye on it for later. Good morning, Nora. You'll have to submit a support ticket. I'll take care of you as soon as I get out of this live stream. Thank you, Dad. ENVB pushing up higher. This is why we keep a watch on them. So bad news can make the stock go up. Good news can make the stock go up. Not so good news can make the stock go up. Best just to watch the buyers and sellers and forget about the news. If they like it, they're going to move it. Nowadays, it can be bad news, but it's not as bad as we thought it was, and they buy the stock up. MKM, this is the traditional pre-market code that comes with ThinkorSwim. It's called after hours trading. You can find it when you set up a scan. This one is customized by me. It also takes into consideration the stocks that were moving in yesterday's after hours trading. So if they were trading in after hours and they have potential this morning, they'll show up down here as well. Sometimes you'll see the same stocks in both of these, but most of the time they'll have a few different ones in here. See, Magic Scan has already picked up that ENVB. Moving up a little bit more. There's not a whole lot of volume left in this stock. It did have 250,000 shares plus in the last candle. They are still playing around with it. We are bumping on the bottom side of resistance up here. I see another line up here at the top that where we played it in the past. So it must be under the price where we played it last. Let's back out of it and see what the potential may be. Oh, I can't back out of it. Guess I'm all the way out of it. Let's go to a 15-minute time frame. You can see the other level where we had been playing it before. So according to a 15-minute chart, it wasn't doing so good up to this morning. That was a big red candle. If you're new here, we don't go chasing stocks. We wait for them to come to us. We watch for buyers and sellers. If they start buying a stock, it pops up in these green numbers. And if they start selling it off, it'll pop up in the red ones. But most of the time, we're buying in pre-market and not shorting. So we're watching for the green numbers. Jason, I only play volume and price action. I don't care about squeezes. I'm monitoring the levels, support and resistance, and that's what I play. Scammers are already out on Discord. I'm working on getting rid of that problem. You know, it's not me or any of the moderators. Just block them. Right click their name and block them. None of us will ever reach out to you and try to sell you anything. So just keep that thought in mind. And we don't try to get you to join another server somewhere, and we don't try to get you to join another investment firm. That's not our game here. Our game is to put money in your pocket, not take it away from you. Moderators, when you get time, search for duplicate names and ban them from the server if they show up, please. Thank you. Alex, you'll see me mark resistance levels when the price reverses and pulls back down. And I'll mark a support level where it will bounce back up, and we always plan our entry down here on support. So these levels change as the price is moving. Good morning, Stick. So once we make an entry, Alex, on a support level, it's up to you to decide when you want to get out. I suggest taking profits as it's rising. This week they've been pulling back pretty quickly, so you have to be fast. We're not earning as much as we were in the past, but that changes from day to day. Watching for green bars to pop in. They're very short. This did turn around. The my blessing indicator is trying to come up, but we're trending down overall. This would be the downward trend right here, not the entire thing, but just this section. If it's your first time here on this live stream, I only stream for an hour on YouTube, and I continue over on our Discord channel. So at 6:55, this YouTube stream will end, and then we move over to Discord for the remainder of the session. Me too, happy trader. We need a good day. It's been a lousy week. Not because of us, but because nothing's moving. Stock market is a game of patience. You're not going to trade every day. Some days you won't get any trades. Some days you'll get more than you can handle. Patience is the key. Take each day at a time, one day at a time. Never too old. That's probably a question for support, but I will walk you through it real quick. It's just a time frame. You have to click this gear icon, select favorite time frames, add a time frame, and you select tick right here. One day, and we use the 133. Some of them may use slower ticks, some of them may use faster, and you add it to your time over here. And when you get it all set up, you can come up here and find the tick, which I don't have it added. I'll add it real quick. Tick 133. Okay. This is the 133 tick chart. I don't have any moving averages on it yet. This little window you see right here, this little house, since I have it on 133, this is 133 orders per candle. This is not a volume-based indicator. It is an order-based indicator. So every time 133 orders go through, the candle changes. We put the 5 and the 13 EMA on this chart to work it efficiently, to plan our entries and our exits. This chart will move faster than a 1-minute chart. You are welcome. I am using buy the ask and sell the bid, and I have auto send selected. That is correct. If there's no volume, nothing moves. Lord, we need something this morning. Just one or two. Not seeing any volume spikes at the moment. Enjoy your coffee or your lunch or your dinner, depending on your time frame. You shouldn't be in stock that doesn't have any volume. If it's that slow, I would stay clear. There is a possibility it could pull back up, but since it's pulled back so far, it's kind of doubtful. It looks promising. But promises don't make you money. Looks like Uber made a slight move up, caught my attention. Happy trader, we need that big volume move before we decide to do anything. That's why I monitor these percentages over here. We want to jump on board when the buyers and sellers are really on top of that stock. The more traffic on that stock, the easier it is to get in and get out. And it increases probability of higher profits. So when something is dormant like this, we don't trade it, or at least I don't, unless I see these numbers really flowing up here. You want to go where the buyers and sellers are, not go try to create the buyers and sellers, because they may never come join you. So once these numbers take off, that's our trigger to go look. These indicators only tell me what's happening when it's happening. Other than that, I'm not watching them unless we are getting close to being in a trade. I'll then be watching for green bars and this to be in the proper direction. This clock down here is from Microsoft. It's called Widget Launcher. You'll have to install it on your system, select the clock, change the preferences to your colors, and drag it wherever you want to drag it. The tick chart, that's a setup. I just went through that. You can get with support though, they'll help you get it set up. RPTX, slowly trying to make something upward direction. Not a whole lot of volume in it, 27,000 on the previous bar, barely any buyers on it. Would be hard to get in and get out with enough shares to make a decent profit because it's just crawling. Amadeus, right above your post on Discord, someone asked about the clock app. I can see Discord now. I am communicating with both platforms. Good morning, Benjamin. There are some buyers coming into this RPTX. Very few, but enough to drive the price a little. Watching these green dominator bars, this is positive volume. These are buyers. And then someone said it ain't moving fast enough for me. I'm out of here. And there's that big red bar. Happy trader, you can make an entry on a long wick on the bottom of a candle if it's in a pullback, or you can wait for me to mark a support level and give it a shot then. Those are the two plays we make. A red candle with a long wick on the bottom where they're buying it up, or down at the support level. Mr. Matt, I am self-taught, so I'm not much of a book reader. To me, those are all other people's issues they learned along the way of trading. I've learned my own issues, so I'm not the book reader kind of guy. I've been trading since 1990. I pretty much figured out my plan by spending money. You know how it goes. I didn't buy the book, but I paid for the lesson, that's for sure. I've been the guy that all of my life. I don't listen to anybody unless it's my wife, and then I have to. Pretty much get out there, hands on, do it yourself, learn what you need to do, and get her done. You are welcome, Matt. August 23rd, 1956. I don't mind you being older. Not at all. It's kind of like you laid down on the couch at 35 years old and you woke up and you were 63. That's how fast time flies. I'm sure you youngsters always hear people say that life is short. When you're in your 60s, you'll realize how short it is. Sure could use a stock play this morning. It's okay though, it can be slow as long as it's good in a few days or next day or as soon as possible. I guess trading is learning how to deal with boredom. Then you have those days where you're so excited, everything went your way, you're positive and made up for all the time you didn't get to trade. That's usually my experience. So when the plays are good, take advantage of it. Trading does come over time. This is nothing you're going to learn in a week or a month. Good morning, Nano. Ricky, there's no certain good month. It's whenever the good news comes out or the buyers and sellers are active. We do get a little bit slower in summertime hours. Trading is seasonal. School lets out, people take vacations. There are fewer traders on the board. The Fed messes things up, the government messes things up. Bad news messes things up. We just have to play with what we are served. We do a good job at it. Good morning, Ramen. I'm watching ENVB over here on Magic Scan. I'm watching for the volume spikes. That's what's good about this scan. It's watching for the good ones for us. So slow this morning. Wished we had a stock to play. And just like that, we get a penny stock SGD moving up. Ask and you shall receive. Unfortunately, I don't play penny stocks. And I don't chase green candles. That's one of my rules. Wait for a pullback and to bounce up. If you know how to play them and you're good at it, I'll put you on my prayer list. Continuing to move up. Waiting for a pullback. Long wick on the top is sellers driving the price back down. You can see it right here in this dominator bar. It's more sellers than buyers, and they're bouncing and battling. We could get a run up right here. Let's see if we can push it higher. Nope, they're pulling it down. I will set a resistance level here. Hopefully we can pull down in this area somewhere and close this candle for the bounce up. So here's where we're watching for that long wick on the bottom for buyers buying up what they're selling. You can see the buyers down here on this short wick. If this red starts disappearing, that means the buyers are coming in. I'm watching these numbers. We have great volume flow on this stock. It's moving steady. We should get a close here. There it is. Now we need to pull up. We need green dominator bars before you get in. There's a spike arrow just kicked in right here. It was weak. There's a red bar now in dominator. This is why we don't just jump in. We're pointing downwards on the my blessing. However, the trend is up a little bit because of this run here. Looks like we're going to continue to sell off. Maybe some news came out and then they said, oh, wait, that news isn't as good as I thought. We'll watch it here for a minute, see if we can get a bounce off of it. It's not looking too promising currently. This is kind of what's been going on for the last week or two. A run up and then a failure. Watching the long wick develop on the bottom of this red candle. The buyers are trying to push it up. Let's see if that's the level. I will mark support there. We're watching for green dominator bars to come in. And they need to be tall, not just these short, stubby ones. Buyers are slowly coming in. Spike arrow just popped in. My blessing is still pointing south. Not looking good. Is SGD moving? Is it worth putting on there? No. Oh, it's already on it. Never mind. Thank you, Nature Therapy Films. And I thank the Lord for giving me that knowledge. All right, YouTubers, got to cut you loose. I appreciate you joining me this morning. Unfortunately, we didn't get a play in this morning. If you did, I hope you made a little bit of money. I'll return tomorrow at 6 a.m., usually 5:55. Come and join me again. Let's try to make some money. We don't force trades here. We play volume spikes and buyers and sellers and price action. So enjoy your day. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, God bless.